Today's meditative practice is kind of tied in with the first, and I'm hoping all of you had a chance to go over that practice. And the last time we established a relationship with the breath, and we had created this place of peace at the inner sanctum where we could withdraw from the world and access the peace. And also, a part of that inner sanctum was about inviting or invoking all those energies in which we have absolute trust. When I say energies, it could be the God that I pray to, either as a deity or as a God without a form, or some spiritual master that I have absolute faith in. So the idea was to invoke those energies into that space in our inner sanctum, and to be able to recede to that place of peace within us, even right in the midst of all the chaos and the uncertainty and the instability and everything that's falling apart in the world outside. Currently, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say everything seems to be falling apart. So irrespective of what's happening on the outside, creating a practice where we are able to access peace in the midst of it is probably the most important thing that we need to learn to do. I think I mentioned it last time, I don't remember. I'm going to say it in any case. It becomes our obligation, if we have the ability to be able to sit in this manner and take our mind to processes such as these, in the midst of the amount of breaking down and falling apart that is happening all around us, then it actually becomes our responsibility, our highest priority, to work it with our material, internal material that gets in our way, gets in the way of accessing kindness, compassion, stillness, and peace. It becomes our utmost responsibility, our highest priority, to do that not only for our sake, because as the number of human beings, the number of individuals engage with such a process and enhance the quality of the inner environment and allow that to reflect in the external environment, this is the only way to hope for reversing what we have brought about. So I urge you, I invite you to please take time off to invest in some form of regular everyday practice that involves you going inward and clearing up whatever needs to be cleared up inside the self first, so that this cleaner, more loving, more peaceful inner self can then manifest in our world outside. It's an obligation. It's something that we owe to this planet, not so much to the planet because planet can take care of itself, but to everyone, all the other beings that inhabit this planet, to our families, to our children, to all the future generations. It's an obligation. So we do this even when we are not having a session. I hope all of you are doing this. So today, taking our last week's meditative exercise forward, I am going to guide you back to that place inside you and engage you in a process that would be reflective, that will take you inward. And at the end of it, I would be guiding you to identify an intention that you want to energize starting from right now, from today. Today is the full moon, the lunar eclipse, but any full moon day is the perfect time to energize an intention. So let's begin. As always, please make yourself physically comfortable. Make sure that your phones are turned off. And take your attention to your breath. You could choose to sit up. It's perfectly okay if you want to lie down. Just make sure that your neck and spine are aligned. And take your attention to either your chest or your abdomen or the tip of your nostrils, and observe your body breathe. Don't strain the breath. Don't make any kind of extra effort. Normal, regular breathing. Become fully present to your immediate environment, the sounds that might be coming through, any other disturbances. Consciously withdraw your senses from all that is happening outside you that is a distraction. Take your attention to the busyness of your mind, any preoccupying thoughts, any internal chatter. Consciously disengage from the preoccupations I'm now going to count back from 5 to 1. hold this intention that as I reach the count of 1, you will find yourself in your place of peace. Your chosen place of peace. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See yourself in that place of peace that you have created within you. Take your time walking around and exploring this place of peace. Everything that belongs to the world outside has remained outside this place. In here, it is just you, only you. Experience, allow every muscle, every part of your body to completely relax as you enter this space. Your whole body going into a state of complete, total relaxation. And soak into this energy of absolute peace. Remember, you can design this place exactly the way that you would like it to be. That gives you peace, that makes you feel safe. The world outside has no access to this place. Walk around this place, explore it, experience it as vividly as you can. The colors, the sounds, the natural sounds, the smells, the fragrances, the feel of the ground or wherever else that you see yourself, under your feet. Maybe there is grass, maybe it is in water. when you had a fill of the environment outside, in the open, find your way to that little shelter that you had constructed in this place. Maybe a little room or like a gazebo or a cottage, whatever it is that you had constructed, find your way to it. And when you enter that space, expect to find there those energies that you have invoked into that place of peace. Either in the form of a unique kind of brilliance, a unique kind of light, or as a symbol or as a form, in whichever way you're comfortable associating with your source of power and wisdom, a source that you have absolute trust in. As you enter the shelter, connect to the source, almost as if it was a person, an intimate friendship, a presence before whom you can be vulnerable. It is completely safe. A presence that sees through you, through all your thoughts, through all your feelings. I would like you to identify a spot where you would like to sit down and go through this process. In the presence of this divine being, in the presence of this guiding force. I would, as you're sitting there, I would like you to go through the events of the day so far. And as best as you can, examine the conclusions, the meanings that you made of all that has happened through the day today. Every conversation you might have had, what was your internal dialogue during that conversation? any interaction you might have had, any news that you read or heard, any form of experience that you had with the world outside. Examine the conclusions that you made through those experiences. If there are too many, pick the ones that had maximum impact. If you had a fairly quiet day, go back to the yesterday or the day before. Scan the experiences that you've had in this period. What is the pattern that you can recognize about the meaning you have given to these experiences? Take your time. Trust your intuition. Whatever you can remember, work with that. Trust the energy around you to guide you. The intention you are holding here is to understand, to see what is my habitual pattern of meaning making. Try to recollect all the conversations and interactions through the day or through the last few days. At the end of all of it, deep down in your own mind, what were the statements that you made? What conclusions did you draw about yourself, about the kind of life that you have, and about the world at large? Know that when you go through this process in that particular place in your mind, you will see what you need to see, because the energies that you are surrounded with will support you in this process. The question that you could ask yourself is, what is it that I have practiced? What is it that I do practice saying to myself about who I am? What have I practiced saying about my life? What have I practiced saying about the world I live in, about my relationships, about money, about health, about the world at large? As you go through this process, recognize, identify what emerges as a pattern. In any conversation of significance, in any experience of any significance, what seems to be my habitual conclusion about myself, about my life, and about the world? Through this reflection, through this process of looking at my own mind, what do I need to see in myself, in my meaning making process, in the habits that I have practiced to perfection? What do I need to see that has contributed to creating the world as it appears today? Open your mind to receive guidance, to receive the light from the source that will let you see it with absolute clarity, that will let you see the contents of your mind with absolute clarity. That statement, that conclusion that I repeatedly arrive at, which reflects, which has contributed in creating the world as it appears today. I would like you to engage with this process as an honest search of your inner environment, not to judge yourself or blame yourself or feel guilty, but with absolute sincerity, wishing to examine your inner environment and seeing what needs to be seen, seeing what needs to change. Having identified, if you have identified even one repetitive conclusion that you have made, that you make, that you have made a habit of arriving at, one statement, one conclusion that you have practiced to perfection, which you see could have contributed to creating the world outside, the external environment. Please identify at least one and now connect to all the guidance that is available to you, that is reaching you through your breath, that is reaching you practically through the pores of your skin. As you sit in that shelter surrounded by the energies of the divine, ask this question. Ask this question of yourself. What would I like to hold as an intention that I will now practice every single day? That could contribute to reversing the extreme, difficult environment that I have contributed to creating. What is it that I would like to make it a habit? What is that one intention that I would like to practice to perfection starting today? That will contribute to reversing the situation in our world outside. Hold that thought, trust your intuition, be fully alert and open to receive that guidance. The one habit that I am going to practice to perfection that will contribute in creating a world on the outside that would be a reflection of this place of peace that I have within me. If you have identified this intention, please see yourself stepping out of that shelter and sitting out in the open with a full moon in all its brilliance clearly visible in the sky above you. And in the presence of the energies of this full moon, state that intention as specifically, as clearly as you see it, as you think of it. Please keep in mind this habit that you are going to practice to perfection is about the conclusion that you draw from your experiences moving forward, starting from now. The conclusion could be, I will practice to perfection the perception that I am always guided. I will practice to perfection the perception that there is universal positive intent. Or I will practice to perfection that I'm always at the right place at the right time. Or I will practice to perfection that every experience I have is a gift that I receive. Find the practice that you are going to perfect. See yourself sitting in the open, exposed to the rays of the moon. Experience the brilliance of a full moon. Invoke those energies. Energize this intention. Take your focus to the crown of your head, to the topmost part. Consciously inhale. Focus on the inhale and draw the light from the moon, the energies from this full moon into your being with every inhale. Focus only on the inhale, the exhale will take care of itself. May this intention, combined with the light of the moon, the energies of the moon, permeate every cell in my body. May this intention be communicated to every nook and corner of my being. So that my intention manifests effortlessly, harmoniously, through every moment. Starting from now. Experience this light, experience the energy of the moon flowing into every nook and corner of your body, lighting up every cell, all the way from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes, until it starts to flow out of the confines of your body and fill up the entire area around you. Affirm, repeat to yourself that which you have chosen to practice to perfection. That view to yourself, view of yourself, that view of the life that you have, that particular view that you are going to choose to take with regard to every area of your life and of the world at large. When you feel complete, bring to your conscious awareness the entire experience that you've had, and the intention that you have picked that you will practice to perfection. Know that this is a practice that you will keep up through all your wakeful moments, a practice that stays with you through all the activities of the day. Until it becomes a lifelong habit. Before you leave this place within you, your own place of peace, express gratitude to all those masters who are with you, who guided you. When you feel complete, please see yourself moving out of that place, come into your body, bring your awareness to your body, bring awareness to where you are sitting, to your immediate environment. Bring to your awareness what your world might look like, what you and your life might look like when you start to view it through this specific lens that you have chosen. When you start to practice through this specific intention, move your fingers and toes when you're ready, when you feel complete. If required, if you think it is necessary, you might want to make a quick note on a book, on your notepad, the essence of this experience, of this exercise. This shall be your practice for the next 2 weeks. I recommend that you do it regularly. Go back to that place of peace within you. Repeat the process that we did today. Refine it if you feel the need to do that. And live this practice for the rest of the time. I find it extremely powerful and helpful to find some time to go into that place of peace and affirm whatever I have chosen to do in the presence of all those energies that reside there. It's a good place to go to when you encounter difficulties in living this intention. It's a good place to go to and ask for guidance when your intention is challenged by your circumstances. I hope you will practice and I hope you will find value. Let us all collectively determine that we are going to engage with the world inside out, and that begins by strengthening, cleaning up, and empowering the inside first. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me.